Luxury vintage isn't just something you spend money on. If you do it right, then you can invest in something that will store value, maybe even appreciate over time, and potentially could give you a nice profit. This channel is about that investing mindset so that when you make a purchase, it's not just to build your confidence, it's not just to make you look good, but it's going to profit you in the future. And if that sounds even remotely interesting to you, then stick around. I have a small business where I sell exclusively Gucci branded items. It's called Gucciana Vintage. And I have about 1,000 sales now on Vestiaire. And I've also just started my own eBay shop where I'm selling a range of other designer items. Thanks to Luxury Vintage, my life has really changed. I've left the 9 to 5 behind me and I'm now a full-time professional reseller of luxury vintage. Now, anyone who knew me growing up would be very surprised by this turn of event because I was, let's put it this way, I was a dork, okay? I liked science fiction, I liked reading history books. I had nothing to do with fashion whatsoever. Never in a million years did I imagine that one day I would be a professional luxury vintage seller. But here I am. So how did I start? Let me tell you. Well, my story begins in July 2021. I was going to visit my girlfriend, who's now my wife, and I was wearing a jacket that I bought from Zara, and it was the faux leather parts of it were falling to bits. Anyway, we went to spend some time together and we were just sitting around eating snacks, watching a bit of television. Now, the missus, she loves this show, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So as we were sitting there watching this show, I'm browsing my phone and in my ear I keep hearing these words: Gucci, Hermes, Versace, Dolce & Gabbana. And I think it must have done something to me, like brainwashed me, because the next thing I know, I pull out my phone and I type in Dolce & Gabbana jacket. Now, page one, there's this absolutely beautiful black leather Dolce & Gabbana jacket. Oh my God. And it was priced at £150. I had no experience in vintage whatsoever, but I knew there were such things as fakes. So I spent the next 5 hours going through the listing like a forensic detective, looking for all the little signs and signals that it was a genuine item. I started reading about stitch quality, about materials. I learned about the holograms that Dolce & Gabbana put on their labels. And the result was, after 5 hours, I had like a small crash course in authentication. And I was pretty convinced it was a genuine item. So I bought it. I think it was like £150, which was for me a lot of money at the time. But I was thinking, if this jacket really is a genuine item, it's going to last the next few years. It's an investment. So I bought it. Now, a few days later, the package arrives. I'm so nervous, thinking, oh my God, have I bought some rubbish from eBay? Or what if it's a fake? Oh, but I opened it up. And you know what? The moment I touched that buttery soft leather with that beautiful leathery smell, I just knew. I knew it was a genuine item. And you know what? The best thing about it, it made me feel great. I mean, I wore that jacket to the pub the next weekend and someone actually stopped me and complimented me on my jacket. And that's never happened before. I was a dork. I was a real dork. So I was like feeling great. And another interesting thing about that jacket, when I looked into the inside pocket, the previous owner had left £15 in cash. So it actually cost me a little bit less than 150. So I'm not joking when I say that vintage fashion really did change my life. And the other thing I learned was all those hours I put into researching has given me a little bit of experience. I knew now about authentication, and having researched this jacket, I was pretty convinced that I got a really good bargain on that. In fact, if I relisted it, if I took better photos, I was pretty sure I could sell it for between 250, maybe even £350. That means I could have doubled my money on that jacket. I soon found that ladies' handbags sell very well. So I started buying and selling ladies' handbags. And the result was I was investing about £4,000 of my own money into buying a load of ladies' handbags. I then cleaned, photographed, researched, listed, and sold these bags. and they sold really well. And any profits that I made in that first year, I immediately reinvested and bought even more bags. And you know what? My side hustle actually turned over £50,000 in its first year, which to me was just mind blowing. So after that, I was thinking, this is not a side hustle. Could be a really good business. And I had a really good time doing it. Really good time selling these bags. And the best thing is when you're reuniting a bag with its new owner, and they message you to say how much they love the bag. So even though I'm making profit, I'm helping people, and people love the items that they receive. There's something really special, I think, about finding an old bag, its new forever home. It's really a special thing, this reselling vintage. I always remember a client, she messaged me to thank me for her bag, and she'd wanted this bag since she was like 18, which was in the year 2000, and she couldn't afford it then. But finally, after all these years, she got the bag, and she messaged me to say how happy she was. And for me, it was really nice to have a business like that where I'm helping people transform their wardrobe, build their confidence, and also buying things that are going to store value for the long term. Now, the old me would have thought of a designer bag as a complete waste of money. Why spend thousands on a bag when you can just grab a cheap bag for much less? I would have been appalled at how these people waste their money on these vintage items. Now, the old me would have said, don't waste your money. You're just paying for the brand name, paying to have a logo. I would have said, why spend thousands on a bag when you can just buy a cheap one for like 20, 30 pounds? But that was the old me, because now I realized that actually, if you buy right, that item will store its value, which means in the future, that bag you bought could be worth more than you paid for it, which I think qualifies it as a good investment. I mean, sure, you walk into the store, buy a bag off the shelf, and the moment you walk out, that bag's value has dropped by half. So in that sense, you have to be careful. But what I've discovered is designer brand goods are never worthless. There's always someone out there willing to pay money for it. You've just got to buy the right bag at the right price, and you can have a nice profit from that bag. And I can tell you from my experience that there's good money to be made in the world of luxury vintage. What I've seen is that vintage items, sometimes they go up in value and sometimes they go down in value. In that way, they're very similar to any other market forces, whether that be Bitcoin, the price of gold, stocks and shares. They go up and down in price. I mean, this is what a recent acquisition of mine, and it's also one of the favorites. Now, it's a brass stag made in Italy by Gucci, and it dates from probably around the 1960s. So it's mid-century modern, we can say. It's superbly crafted, absolutely beautiful, has a really nice weight and feel to it, and it just looks stunning on my shelf. And the thing is, yes, I'm going to look after it, but what's the value going to be in 10, 20, 50 years' time? I'm pretty sure that this stag is only going to increase in value. Why? Well, Gucci only made their items in very limited quantity. I think mid-century modern is a collecting area that is only going to increase in value. You think in the future people are going to have a nostalgia about the era before the internet, before Instagram, to a more innocent time perhaps. And this stag just evokes that era. I could have immediately flipped this guy for a profit, but that wouldn't have been very fun. And to be honest, I couldn't get rid of it because I love it too much. And unless someone made me an insanely stupid offer, he's staying here for the time being. So you ask me, this isn't just a lump of metal, it's an investment piece. It's an asset. And I'm the manager. I'm the asset manager. And you can store your wealth in a number of ways. You can buy gold, you can buy shares, but I'm putting a small portion of my wealth into these branded assets, these luxury vintage items. And by doing that, I'm effectively taking a bet, saying, I believe these items are going to be worth something in the future, and I also believe that they're going to be worth more than I've paid for them now in the future. I believe they're good investments. But what do you think? Do you think I've wasted my money on this item? What do you think the price will be in another 20 or 50 years? And do you believe it was a good investment? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm curious to know what your opinions are on this. If you love luxury vintage as much as I do, then you might like it here. So stick around. Hit that subscribe button, guys, and I'll see you soon.